When you live on a farm, rainy days are a little bit special. Not sure if the pigs are wet this morning because of coming out when they heard me coming to do food, or if they slept outside again. I'm hoping they got such a nice warm house. Not sure why they are not sleeping inside. And I'm hoping that those squash and butternut and watermelon seeds that I scattered around in that pig pen up there is going to start germinating in this weather. So Mandy from Simple Living Portugal, I am giving her the spare mattress so I don't have to sleep on two mattresses and climb a ladder to get into the bed anymore. And she hasn't got a decent mattress, so this is what we do in our community, isn't it, Mandy?
It is, yes, definitely.
This is Tandy's absolute favorite, this pup Peroni that I brought her from America. It was a big bag of it, nearly done. Hey Tandy, are you sitting? Oh, you're sitting like a good girl. You're sitting like a good girl. There we go. She loves it. And voila, ugly red sofa gone. But listen to the rain. Isn't it glorious? Are we going to go and feed the pigs? Oh, Tandy likes my singing. Look at my singing. Yes, yes, she loves this voice, which you might find irritating, but yes, do you like it when I speak like this? Rain, rain, beautiful rain. It's been raining during the night and it's been raining on and off this morning. Fantastic. We need rain so badly. I'm so pleased. Hopefully my tank fills up. Maybe I shouldn't have left my gloves outside. It is a little bit wet if I need to go to the toilet, so we'll keep bodily functions under control for the foreseeable future. Finally getting the rain jacket out. I was waiting for the rain to stop before going to feed the pigs, but rain's not showing signs of stopping and pigs need to be fed. Good though that the kitchen roof is holding up, no leaks. Cottages are holding up, no leaks. Time to finally put on my waterproof boots. Woohoo! Have some food scraps for the pigs. Well, there's nothing wrong with these vegetables. I could eat them, but I'm going to buy some fresh ones because these have been in the fridge for about 2 weeks. This is what's left. And I've got some other scraps there as well. bonus. Matilda's getting a much needed wash. Pigs fed. Shed is also staying nice and warm and dry. Greenhouse is nice and dry inside. As you can see, things are starting to grow, and some things that weren't growing before have now started. I'm not too sure what huckleberry is, but we'll see how that turns out. One hydrangea seed has come up. No, not hydrangea, hibiscus. French beans are going crazy. So of course my next step is to make some more raised garden beds. Oh, listen to the pigs fighting in the background. Oh, basil is starting to come up over there, I can see. And the gem squash, absolutely amazing. So I'm actually here in the greenhouse to collect some gem squash seeds for my friend Evelyn. She hasn't got gem squash seeds. I've got a whole can over here of gem squash seeds. So I'm going to give her some gem squash seeds, and in exchange she's going to give me some young plum trees that she's been growing. There we go, some gem squash seeds put in a bag for Evelyn. I'll be popping around there later today. Luckily I fed the pigs when it was just a light drizzle. It's really bucketing down now, so I'm just taking shelter inside the greenhouse. Tandy has just come inside. She was still running around playing with one of her toys in the rain, but even she's decided it's time to come and take some shelter. Hey Tandy? Tandy? Where are you? Tandy? Are you a wet dog? Are you a wet dog? Kettle's on the boil, and I think in this wet weather it might be a lemon curd making kind of day. For this potentially very easy recipe to make lemon curd, and I say potentially because I've always had lemon curd in a jar. I've never made my own. And in a kitchen where there's building work going on, you will see a chainsaw and some tools lying around. But you don't need to use those in this recipe. So if you haven't got a chainsaw, don't panic. Right, so we are going to have 1 cup of sugar, 6 eggs, 6 teaspoons of lemon zest, which I still have to create using my little grater thing over there, a 3/4 cup of butter, and 1 cup of lemon juice. And I still have to, I don't have a juicer, so I've got to try and figure out, yeah, I'm just going to have to cut and squeeze. Cut and squeeze. And of course, because it's raining outside, you need to have 1 cup of hot chocolate to keep you warm. Wooden spoon for stirring. And thank you, Gunda, for the beautiful pot that I will be using in this recipe, and a cutting board, just, you know, for cutting lemons. And I don't have any more glass jars, so I'm just going to use some plastic containers, and I will fill the freezer probably with lemon curd. I don't know how much it's going to make. So let's get going, ready for this experiment. Because the way it seems to work is you just put all the ingredients in a pot. Oh, that's the other thing I need to get is a whisk. Right, I need to get the whisk. Because you put all the ingredients in the pot, You whisk them together, and then you put it on heat, and you keep whisking, and voila, in apparently 6 to 8 minutes you have lemon curd. So let's give this a go. So this is the whisk for my hand blender attachment, but I'm sure, seeing I'm off grid, if I don't attach it to the hand blender thingy and just use my muscles, it'll work just like a whisk that's attached to electricity. And if you want to support my endeavors, and you like wearing aprons in the kitchen, you can do so by purchasing this Bella Pedra apron off my website. So I have 8 lemons washed off. I don't know if that'll be enough to make 1 cup, but I've got lots more lemons, so I can always wash off more to try and get a juice that I'm just going to have to squeeze by hand. So the 1 cup of sugar is going into the pot. Eggs are now in. Thank you to Nick and Andrea from Project Portugal for the eggs. Nick, if you're wanting me to keep the egg box for you to reuse again, comment below. And these eggshells will be added to the pigs' feed because they seem to like crunching on eggshells. So I'm going to be whisking as I go along. So I'm going to just whisk the sugar in with the eggs to start off with. If it does happen to curdle, apparently you just put it through a strainer. So we'll see if that happens. The only thing that I don't add before I put it on the heat is the butter. I add the butter after it goes on the heat. And the butter you want to be at room temperature. Next part of the recipe is now to get 1 cup of lemon juice and 6 teaspoons of lemon zest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, maybe a little bit more than 6 here. I'm just going to scrape the rest in as well. Right. Let's mix it around with the eggs and the sugar mixture. Right, so the zest is in. Time to try and get 1 cup of lemon juice. I'm putting the cup in a bowl just in case when I start squeezing, juice squirts everywhere. I did try and give the pigs some lemons, but oh my goodness, the only one that went for them was Tim Tam, because she always goes for any kind of fruit or vegetable. But you should have seen her face. She spat it out so quickly. So I don't think my pigs like lemons. So that's okay. The leftovers here will at least be something that can go into the composting. Good thing about these lemons is that they don't seem to include any pips or seeds. So I'm just cutting them in half. And squeezing is by hand. Some days I think I'm going back to the olden days when my late grandmother was a child and how they might have done things. But I'm sure they probably would have had a juice squeezer that they wouldn't have had to just... But you know what? This is stress relief. This is, if you're wanting to relieve yourself of stress, get seedless lemons and squeeze them by hand. Okay, it's just taken 7 lemons to get a cup of lemon juice. So I'm adding that in. Whiskety, whiskety, whiskety. Right, now I'm going to put it on a low heat and then melt in the butter. Okay, so I've turned down the heat. So that's full, and I've turned it down to about that much low heat. Okay, so it's on the low heat, and I'm now going to add a 3/4 cup of butter. Okay, butter is in, and so just going to keep stirring this. I'll give it a whisk afterwards again, but I'm just going to keep stirring. Oh, this smells so good. And it's coming out so well. I'm so pleased. Really. It's come out really well. So there you have it. Beautiful homemade lemon curd, ready to be added into baking, that I might try and do now. So nice to see puddles in the road. So I went to go and get some little plum trees from Evelyn, and I took her some gem squash seeds, because I have got do you need gem squash seeds?
What sort of squash?
Gem squash. Oh, they are delicious. In South Africa we call them squashies. Gem squash.
I have no idea.
Okay, so I'll have to show you, because you can't get gem squash seeds here.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, I'll try some.
And when I came back, Nick was here. I didn't think he would come by because it was raining, but you know what? A bit of water never stopped Nick.
This is waterproof. You know what I mean?
He's waterproof. So Nick is going to take some of this very delicious lemon curd with him, and I'm giving him some gem squash seeds as well. But look at this absolutely stunningly brilliant job he's doing. And did you see how he just, it's like a rugby ball in his hand, this. The way he just juggles it. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh.
It's looking really good.
Thing is, you've got a lot of stones which are here, lots of flat stones, and not lots of big, thick, square stones. So
Yeah.
it's easy to build with the big, thick, square ones, but
And that's because I'm thick and fat and not a square.
Hi Cindy, just like to say thanks for this delicious lemon curd, which is going on pancakes. Yeah, and you can't have lemon curd on pancakes without a little bit of cream.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Hi Cindy, I have fixed your battery. It was an easy fix. The battery voltage had become too low, so the charger wouldn't charge it. So I took the battery apart and I charged a little bit around the charger, and then the normal Ryobi charger was able to kick back in. So just to show you that it works, here we have the battery. Here we have a very nice Ryobi drill. There we are. Works very well. So I will of course come and hand that over to you at the start of next month. So see you then.
The morning after a day of rain. Beautiful sunrise. The sky looks clean, everything seems clean. Of course, inside the greenhouse, even though we had that lovely rain, nothing gets watered in here unless I manually water it. So I've come with my watering can, give everything a little bit of water. But I'm also going to, when I flew through Amsterdam last week, I bought some tulips, and I've also got some other bulbs here. I'm going to plant in some pots now. I'm not planting them straight in the ground. I'm going to do them in pots so I can monitor them carefully, because I've never grown from bulbs before, so I just think then I can see how much water they're getting. I've got one dahlia bulb here, but you can see some of them are starting to shoot already, so they definitely need to get into pots. So I have the pots ready. I'm just reusing. I keep all the pots when I buy fruit trees and that, so I'm just reusing them now, and I'm going to put the bulbs in. So I've planted the tulips, I've planted some gladiola, and I've planted, I had one dahlia. So my research has said pointy side up, so that's what I've done. And I'm going to give them a bit of a water, and hopefully they will start to grow. These seem to have definitely gone through a growth spurt after the rain. You know, you can water with a watering can, but the rain seems to do something more for growth spurts. And these that were looking sad, that I had rescued from where I had actually planted last year, and then the weeds took over and they were struggling amongst the weeds. They also suddenly got another bit of life. Yeah, some of these raspberry canes aren't doing anything. This one is now starting, but look at this one. This is also, I think the rain is good. Carrots slowly coming up. Garlic is going a bit crazy. And in my bottles I have some, look at this one. This is broccoli. Look at that. It's nearly coming out the top already. Spinach as well. These ones I've still got to create. Potatoes I've got to now fill up, put some more sand on them so that they can, that's why I put only a little bit of sand in, so that I can keep covering them up with sand. That's the plan. So with rain being forecast in a couple of days' time, which is supposed to be going to last for a good part of the week, I've decided to put some potting soil in a bucket and I've got quite a few different varieties of like wildflowers and other flower seeds. I'm going to mix it in with this soil, and I am going to broadcast them, which means I'm just going to take handfuls of the soil, which is mixed together with these seeds, and sprinkle it. I'm sure birds will eat some of it, but other, I hope, will grow. So this is all for bee food and to take advantage of the rain that's coming up, that hopefully they will then germinate. So I've added a selection of wildflower seeds to this bucket of soil, and I shall just mix it all in so it's all well mixed, and then I shall just take handfuls of this and broadcast it around, and hopefully with the coming rain some is going to germinate. There is more rain forecast for the next week, so fingers crossed that it comes, because it's only when you're actually living on a farm and you're reliant on getting your wells filled so that you can water your vegetables and provide the pigs with water, that you really realize the importance of getting rainfall in the season when you're supposed to get it. So, you know, when you're living in the town and you can just turn on a tap and water comes out, and there might be drought in the area, but you still turn on the tap and water comes out, it doesn't affect you as much as when you are absolutely reliant on it. Even with 24 hours of rain, the water mine hasn't filled up that much, because the beginning of January, December, the water level was at the willow. So here's hoping that the rain forecast for next week happens. I'm preparing the pigs a little lunchtime treat of a little fruit salad, but listen to them in the background. When I'm in the shed with the food, oh my goodness, they are so loud. So if you can give the video a thumbs up, that'll be brilliant. Comment below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. And in the meantime, keep safe, keep sane, and I'll see you on the next video.